this is the plan for today. So I'll just do a little bit of a lecture, show you like what I do. It's like a big picture, and then we'll just deep dive into like how I structured it. You can see what I use. And my students also, they get copy of whatever I have. So that's my philosophy. So you don't have to build. What I can do is just that I would give it to you. So whatever the tools you use, I can give it to you. But if you say, hey, Kamal, I built my own system, give me, let's say, your web pages or just a structure of it, I'll just give it to you, the blueprint, whatever you want. So for some people who are, let's say, running ads, like paid ads, we'll go there, but it's step by step. For those people, I do have my ad copies. Like they're like killer ad copies that we spend thousands of dollars. We test it, like headlines and ad copy and everything. So if you're like, Kamal, I'm more into running paid ads, I can give it to you, no problem. So I do have that. I can share with you, no problem. So with independent freight dispatchers, guys, I taught, let's see, over 24,000 students. And I had a conversation with one of my team members, and I said, well, when I mention this, people think like I'm a millionaire, but I'm not, guys. 99% of those people is just joined for free. Like I gave away a lot of content for free. So I really want to know as on the internet, like giver, this guy, like trust him, this guy is a giver, so to speak, right? So I give away a lot of things. Now, one of the biggest problems for independent freight dispatchers, like getting carriers on board. And you guys are lucky because I was a carrier and I dispatched a lot of carriers. Like they came and go, I would say. But then I had for about last 3 years, I dispatched for about 5 years. I had about 25 owner operators. Then obviously I had customers that they came to my world, ruined some of my, the businesses. And then but that's what I mean when I say I met a lot of carriers. So in myself, I was a carrier. My company out of Atlanta, Georgia, my company was Prime Express LLC. I was in the flatbed market. I owned about 4 trucks. And then I failed that business. Why I failed? Because of COVID. That's what I like to say. The COVID hit, a lot of businesses in Atlanta suffered. What I would say in like nationwide in the United States. But then when COVID hit, but drivers, they cannot drive, they scared. And then obviously we failed that business. I sold my trucks and then I started dispatching the owner operators. So as I was progressing, well, I did a lot of cold calling, then asking my friends and families, hey, can I dispatch, those kind of things. But then when I started learning, I realized that, hey, listen, when I go and chase carriers, they run away. That's what I realized. Like when I just call them or I just go office by office, and I did that. I was literally using Load Board. And then I was searching for carriers locally, like 50 miles away, 150 miles away, 200 miles away. And then I was just looking for carriers and knocking their doors, like saying, hey, I'm a dispatcher. I want to dispatch. I'm awesome. I do X, Y, and Z. But the more I did, the more I realized that, hey, that's not the game I should play. Well, I need to create a system where I would say, hey, hello, like I'm Kamal and I'm a dispatcher. Please join me. And this is what it is, right? So this consists of this is basically the plan. It consists of a traffic and a customer journey. For some people is a sales funnel, right? So we can call this pre-sales funnel, and then you can also call from onboarding to dispatching to service delivery. You can say like post sales funnel. So when you see traffic and you see YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and maybe you're thinking like, hey, Kamal, like I'm not into creating content. And that was one of the reasons why I said, if you're more into Facebook ads, which I think we'll be doing in about a couple of weeks, but this is more of a organic outreach. One of the main reasons why I wanted to do it this way is because I don't want you to spend money on ads, not knowing who I'm like. To me, it's like, first, if you wanted to run ads, like, who do you serve? Like, if you go out and then you want to run some Facebook ads, but then who you're targeting? Like, are you going after, let's say, car haulers, auto transport? Do you go about, let's say, go after box truck owners, sprinter events? Like, who do you dispatch? Like, who, if you're looking for something like, hey, Kamal, I want to go into flatbed market, and I think you are the perfect ideal, let's say, customer to me. I want to dispatch people like you, meaning like you are a carrier or you were a carrier, but then you are a carrier in a flatbed market and you own 4 trucks. So that's my segment. I want to target them. But now is totally different game. The ad copy is specifically when you're creating, let's say, when you writing your ad copy, now it's more of a like laser targeted. You specifically looking for flatbed owners. So to me, and I will teach, but then obviously I share everything with you. But then let me add Eric. I think he left. Okay, cool. So to me, like, I will share everything with you guys. And then, and again, as I said, I do have the chat open. Welcome to like stop me and ask me questions. This works. And that was one of the reasons why I said that I taught well over 20,000 students, and this works. A lot of people killing here, like having their TikTok accounts, they get, I don't know, I do have one of my students, she's getting about like 50 leads, like carriers interested in working with her. Okay, so I will show you the funnels, the systems, and everything. And then obviously the Facebook ads, one of my students, she's from Moldova. She's leveraging Facebook, and she's killing it. She gets hundreds of leads, and obviously then she's using the ultimate conversion script. And she developed his own conversion script as well, meaning sales script. And to me, the YouTube and a couple of other my students, YouTube, it's my game, obviously. But then I really want you to say like, hey, content creation works. So if you think about like, if I'm your potential carrier, like I have my phone, it's like I'm glued to this phone. I'm a carrier, I own 4 trucks, let's say, like every single day from, let's say, 6 a.m. until 11 p.m., I use my phone. What I mean by this, like the carriers that you're looking for, they are online. That's what I'm trying to say. So creating content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But what I would recommend, the number 1 is YouTube, second is TikTok, and obviously Instagram then follows the Facebook. Why Facebook last? The Facebook obviously is an awesome tool, but then it works best for paid ads. Now, if you're thinking like, Kamal, I'm not gonna go into creating content online. I don't want to put videos. I don't want to show my face. But listen, then I don't want you to spend any more time. Why? Because like, think about if I'm a carrier, I want you to like, I want to know you personally, right? So we connect like people. To me, a lot of emails, be honest with you. Let me share this with you. I get a lot of emails when people saying, hey, Kamal, I'm an independent freight dispatcher. I want to dispatch. Like I'm saying, hey, I'm not a carrier anymore, but still I get a lot of emails. People want to just work with me. But those emails are like cold emails. When I open them, it's just like, hey, I'm awesome. I do, like, it's all about them. It's like me, and a little bit of about me. Like, to me, it's like, if you don't know anything about me, like, why should I work with you? So then to me, it's like, guys, create content. If you like, I don't want to put my face on the internet. Like, I go anonymously on the internet. What should I do? What do you recommend? Safeless videos. Remember when I said one of my students, she's killing with the TikTok. What she does, and I also have one of my students from Ethiopia. What he does is just he's recording the load board, not showing his face. It's just talk about the loads that are being posted. That's all. So one of his videos, I think, can't remember, but hundreds of thousands got like and views And just by this one single video brings a lot of leads. But I'm not saying carriers, but those are the people who are interested working with him, right? So it's crazy. It works. So now we have traffic. Obviously, traffic means people coming in where? If we think, okay, we do have those potential, well, to me, it's like, think about, they are the carriers. They're looking for your services. Like, first, think about this. They are carriers looking for independent freight dispatching services, right? Think about positive thinking. So they are there. Now, they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. They're coming where? So this is one of the reasons why I said that you have to be there, putting some content out there saying, hey, hello, this is what I do. I dispatch. Think about, let me give you an example. You saw me, let me guess, maybe on YouTube. I put some content. I say, hey, guys, I teach independent freight dispatching. Guess what? You're here. That means it works, right? So to me, it's like, hey, I raised my hand and I said, I do this, X, Y, and Z. So you're interested. And I said, listen, I do have this free offer for you. Want to join? You join, right? And then, hey, I do have this premium level of services that I provide. It's just like a membership. You don't have to pay hundreds of dollars for a course or a program one time, and then you've gone over the training, and then now you have even more questions, right? So even more problems. But this is one of the reasons why we do this, is because it's an ongoing process, right? So you learn. It's just like lecture. You learn it, then you come here and we start implementing. Now, then obviously when you say, I'm here, then how are we getting those people off of, let's say, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and bringing into our system? So that's where the customer journey, this is why we call this sales funnels. So number one is this, let's say, potential lead interested in your services. You put some content out there, and this lead interested in working with you. Something must happen. There should be an exchange. So what I mean by this? Well, this carrier is looking for a service. In order to get his email in, let's say his name and email, there must be an exchange. Hey, if I'm giving my email or my name, what am I getting in return? Think about broker's list. Because he's a carrier, he's interested in brokers, working with brokers. Shippers list. Hey, I have shippers list in this area, for example. If you are in the flatbed market, so I have, let's say, distribution centers in Atlanta, in Georgia, in Atlanta area, we have about like 60, 70 leads. Here you go. It's in PDF. Just give me my, your email and I'll email to you. Okay, so that's what we call the opt-in page, and I will be showing you. So this is exactly what it is. So this is an opt-in page, this is a sales page, and this is the application page, and this is the calendar page, thank you page, and etc. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, no worries. So I'll be going in details. Okay, so let me come back. This is an opt-in page. Now some people will call this landing page. That means where these leads are land on. So the opt-in page is basically where they opt in, giving the information, as you can see, full name, email, phone number. So remind me, I would suggest when you're starting out, use just an email, ask for an email. But if people know you, let's say you have a social media followers, let's say you have Instagram followers, you have YouTube followers, TikTok followers, and people know you, then obviously you can ask for more information saying, hey, I need your name, phone number, and email address, right? So one of the reasons why I say this is because when you don't have a large, like you don't put any content out there, people don't know you, it's kind of, this decreases the conversion rate. So people are just like, oh, like, why am I giving this information to you? I don't know anything about you. But they're willing to give their email address. Okay? So let me come back to this one. So now they opt in, you give something in return, and we'll talk about this more. Just let me go, through real fast, and then we'll just go into it, and then I'll be showing you in details. So the opt-in page, they opted in, you gave something. Right after that, they're not living. they see something. What is it? The sales page. On the sales page, you're saying, hey, you watch one of my videos or you consume one of my content in YouTube, TikTok, or anything. Think about Facebook, Instagram, and you came to the opt-in page or your landing page. You opted in, you gave me your email, and then I gave you my lead magnet. So lead magnet is basically the thing that you exchanged for the email address. Now you're on the sales page. Now you learn about me. This is what I do. My name is Kamal, and I run a company called Dispatch Trucks. And the VSL, the VSL stands for Video Sales Letter. When you're starting out, maybe, let me add this, student. When you're starting out, maybe you're like, Kamal, I don't know about VSL. I don't want to just record a video, but you can have just like sales letter. It's just like written content. It basically says about, okay, let me give you an example. This is a written content, right? This is a sales page. We'll go more in details, okay? So let me come back. This is a sales page. The number one reason why we have this sales page is to just say, hey, I'm here, give more information about you and ask them to fill out the application. Why is important? Because this is where we segmenting those people. Like if Eric says, Kamal, I want to work with flatbed owners, but I don't want to work with box truck owners. Kamal, I want to work with car haulers, but I don't want to work with flatbed owners. And this is the place when you say, hey, tell me more about your business. That's what it is. Okay. So, and the second thing, when people fill out this application form, the probability of them scheduling a call with you is high. What am I talking about? Who am I scheduling call? Bear with me. I'll explain everything. So now we're moving from sales page, which is this one. I'll come back to this and I'll be talking about this. So then they move, let's say they said, okay, let me book a call because I'm interested in working with, let's say, Umair. Let me see what he says. Okay. So then once they click, it lands on this page. Okay. So this is, what is it? This is the application page. Now in the application page, a little bit of information about your business, then click submit. Now they're not living. Now there's a second page. What is it? It's a calendar saying, hey, lead or potential carrier, please don't leave. You put your application. I received your application, but here's a chance to schedule a call with me. Just pick a day and time that works for you. And there's a software does it for you. You're like, you don't have to go crazy about this. Like how the system works. It's very easy. Trust me. So then on the calendar, let's say today's Wednesday, let's say I want to schedule a call if I'm a lead, meaning potential client. I want to schedule a call for Monday. I'll pick a date that works for me and the time that works for me because the calendar, the software that we use called Calendly. So if you have questions, please let me know. Let me see if you guys have questions. No questions yet. Okay. So then on the calendar, you put your availability. Let's say if you work, you can put, for example, if you work mornings, you can put afternoons, let's say, your availability or whatever. You can put weekends, anything. And then based on those entries, potential carrier will see, then say, okay, Saturday will not work for me. Then I will pick a Sunday. Since Sunday, Eric is available, let's say 3 o'clock, I'll schedule a call with him and then let's see what he's up to. Now he scheduled a call right after that page. Guess what? Is it thank you page? This page is very important. When we go to this Calendly, then the thank you page, I'll talk about why this is so important. So coming back, thank you page. Now what we did, we're not chasing the carrier. We're not knocking the doors. We're not just, what is it? The business card, like going to truck stop saying, hey, here's my business card, or this is the brochure, or this is this. No, we're not doing that. We use free tools like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and saying, hey, help me find those people. Since you guys have this amazing algorithm, the more people like my content, and you will show to more people like these. So what we did, we put out some content out there, and people who are interested, see, this is very important. People are interested. Those people who are not interested, they're gone. So they're not calling you, not scheduling you. Well, it's actually good for you because they're not willing to work with you, right? So they're gone. It's already 50% is eliminated. So now these are the people coming into your world, meaning they are interested in working with you. There is a chance to win this game. Now, what we did, we said, hey, here's what I offer to you. I'll give you an example. You create a video, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You show it around your office, your home office, wherever. And then you say, hey, I do independent freight dispatching, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Then you said, hey, there's a link below. I have, let's say, broker's list. I have a shipper's list. If you don't have a broker's list, if you don't have a shipper's list, no worries. I'll help you. I'll give you. Okay. So then you use those and said, hey, I'll give it to you. Then when they click in the description box below the video, when they click, where do you think they will land on? On the opt-in page, which is this one. They will land on this page. And guess what? 365, 24/7, 365, this system will continuously work for you. And this, what we call, is well-oiled lead gen machine, right? So let me come back. There you go. So now what happened? We took this potential client who are interested in our services. We brought them into our world, right? Now this person is in our system right now. So then thank you page. What's happening? This Calendly, this software, now will email you the confirmation for you and for the potential lead. So both of you guys receiving the emails. One, like think about notification on your phone says, hey, Jason Smith or John Doe schedule a call with you on Monday 3 p.m. or Sunday 3 p.m. or something like that. That's it. You just show up and you use the ultimate conversion script. And by the way, if you didn't have the ultimate conversion script, please let me know. I'm still adding those bonuses, right? So then you're using, okay, let me go step by step. Thank you page. You received emails, potentially received in an email. And actually, this calendar will send a couple of reminding emails. One day before, that means it will send emails on one email on Saturday, one email Sunday morning, and one email 15 minutes before the meeting. It's just like keep reminding them, hey, you schedule a call with Eric, you schedule a call with Kamal. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's just reminding them, right? So then what will happen on that email, you have this Zoom link, right? So the Zoom link it's just for the meeting. So then on the Zoom meeting, what's happening? This is where you use the ultimate conversion script, this one, and you close the deal. And how you close the deal, it's here. Like, and again, I'll be recording I've done like about 60% already. This is like go step by step, word by word, why I'm doing this, to show you like how it's actually the science behind or psychology behind how they're like saying yes to our business, because we use a lot of emotional triggers. That's what it is. So it's all inside. Okay. Now on the meeting, let's say you did for 1 week, you did 100 calls like these, highly targeted, qualified leads, and you did 100 calls and you win 20%, you have 20 carriers to dispatch. Okay. So then what's happening? Today we'll be talking about, like, I'll be showing you this, the sales funnel, the opt-in page, sales page, application, calendar, and then thank you page. And then later we'll talk about this because it's huge. It's a lot of information coming at you. I totally understand. I really wanted to avoid the information overload. So I talk fast. I want to just cover it as much as possible, but then please stop me and ask me questions. And again, we will have these live Q&As where we will be asking questions. And come on, go back to this, like customer journey. I have specific question about the application. Please talk more. I don't understand this. I don't understand this and X, Y, and Z. Okay, I'll do that. So then what's happening? Then the onboarding. it's crucial. We need to craft really, I would say, easy, smooth process to onboard these carriers. What happened? You put up content on TikTok, on YouTube, on social media, let's say. These people said yes. They opted in. They gone to the sales page. They read. They fill out the application. You have the information. They schedule a call. Then now you close them, right? So if you miss this point, like onboarding, let me give you a scenario. Let's say we talked on the meeting. We talked about everything. You asked the right questions and you used the ultimate conversion script. And I said, yes. I said, Kenyon, yes. I love it, man. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's rock and roll. What's next? Well, this is very important, like next steps. So what should I do? So I will send a template to you guys. This I will show, like asking questions like, what would be the first step? Do you have this, let's say, dispatcher carrier agreement? Are you going to reveal the price point in the contract? If not, what's come first? What's come second? What comes third? So you got the idea, right? So the onboarding is very important. Then the dispatching system. The dispatching system, these are the like tools that you're using. And I'll be showing the tools that I use. Some of the tools, guys, maybe the levels are different. Like Eric, he's like fairly new. Let's say Kenyon, he's fairly new. Umair just has his LLC, but hasn't been dispatched. He doesn't have carriers yet. But dispatching system is like, the tools are very important. When you're starting out, you can use free tools, and maybe you can upgrade a little bit of the cost, like not the pro version or the essential level of the subscription, whatever the tools we use, for example, right? So the onboarding, the dispatching system, now when you onboard them, they are in the dispatching system. This is what you say on the onboarding. Say, hey, Jason or John Doe, first, this is what will happen. You will receive an email. I want you to opt in or go here or click there. I want you to have this. I want you to sign this first, this second, this third. And like, I had a checklist saying, okay, I want to say this first. I want to say this second. I want to do this. Then I realized that, hey, I'm missing the point, and I'm switching, I'm moving, saying, okay, this is the journey of like onboarding. Okay. So the first step is this. The second step is this. Third step is just signing up the rate confirmation. The third one is I need some credit card information on file. This is it. And then I will just put this into my, let's say, QuickBooks or whatever the tools you're using, and that's it. So now everything like well-oiled, everything is good, awesome. Then what's next? Oops. What's next? The next is, let me go. Okay, there you go. Delivering the service. That's it. You can say something like, hey, if you closed on Sunday, you can say, hey, let's start on Monday. If you close, let's say on Wednesday, you can definitely say, hey, we can start tomorrow, or you can say, hey, let's start on Monday. Everything is good to go. Like all the paperwork that I need, I got it. Awesome. So now let me show you this. Let me go here. Let me show you this. So the YouTube channel, let's say the Facebook page that you have, let's say the Instagram or TikTok, guys, just pick one. Like pick one. As I said, if I were you, I'll pick YouTube. That's number one. Second is TikTok. Third, Instagram, and then the fourth one is the Facebook. So just pick one and become a pro. Use just one channel, because billions of people out there. So now let me show you how an opt-in page looks like. This is where all the carriers or potential carriers will land on. So, guys, I paid a lot of money to hire, let's say, copywriters. So copywriters, these are the people who are like they write content, they know their game, and we test. This headline has been tested many times. We spend thousands of dollars on like Facebook. This is like, if you wanted to change, you can change, no problem. So then discover the number one resource, flatbed truck owner-operators are using to skyrocket their profit? Curiosity, right? Okay, wow. The number one resource for flatbed truck owner-operators. Think about why. Like, why I put this. Guys, are you guys like this way? Do you want, like, I'm going very in detail, but if you're like, Kamal, no, this is too much, then I'll stop. I'll just take very easy. Please let me know. The reason why I do this is because this is, to me, this is like first, second nature. Like, I can just talk like all day long. But if you're like, hey, Kamal, I think this is too much, like, slow down. Let me ask you this. Or if you guys, oh, I'm okay with this, then I will just go. Are you guys okay? Good with this? Everything's cool? So on the chat, let me go. Bianca says yes. Umir says it's cool. Great. Okay, let's go. Now, the number one reason, I think this is huge. Why flatbed owners? Why? Well, because I'm targeting flatbed owners. I don't want to work with box truck owners. Well, that's my preference. Flatbed owners is my game. So I don't need box truck, car haulers, like whatever, like no drive-in, nothing. Like flatbed owners, I want to work with these people. So if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say flatbed truck owners, drive-in, car haulers, please go back to the training that I have. And by the way, the training is just for the information, right? So this is implementation. So let me see. Okay. Why we have two Erics? Well, I have Eric and then I have another Eric. Eric, what's the reason? So I need to move, let's say remove this. Okay. So I'll just keep one Eric. Okay, cool. So the number one resource, what's the resource we're giving away? It's the broker's list. Or it could be a let's say the shipper's list. Okay. So get a free copy. What will happen when they click? What do you think? It will just go up here. Put my name, phone number, and email address, get a copy, and then the system will send a copy of the broker's list. Okay. So you can read this. We're not going to go into details, but again, as you can see, we're targeting, it's like a flatbed owners, right? And we don't have too much text. What we realize is that not many people, they're reading, they're scanning, right? Just going through like, okay, just like snapshot here, like, let me take a look. What is it? Just a couple of words, reading here, reading there. That's it. So because of that, we're like, okay, we'll just put less text, but more picture. Okay. And then more call to action. Call to action meaning, hey, get the copy. Okay. So you can read that when we post this. It will be, it's recording. So recorded version of this, and then you can just pause. And then obviously, if you ask for the link, I will send you the link. You can go over this. So second, when they put this information, get a copy, they will receive the copy, right? And remember, this is very important. When they get the copy of whatever the offer is, meaning the lead magnet, I want you to send a welcome email saying just, hey, welcome and thank you for downloading. And by the way, here's my YouTube channel or whatever. Here's the extra content or the extra value or something like that. You can do that. It works. Let me do this. Let me go over, because I think it will make sense when we will be talking about when we are on the the Calendly. Let me go here. So once they click, they receive welcome email, they receive the lead magnet. What's happening here? Here now, we're pushing them to schedule a call. Remember, well, what's the reason to schedule a call? Well, because we want to talk to them. And why we're talking to them, Kamal, why don't we just like give them whatever they need and then we'll just email them? Well, because when you talk, we've done both. And when we talk to people, we close more leads. Like the conversion is high. Think about just sending emails. The conversion is about 10%. And then when we talk to people, the conversion is 60%. Think about what's the reason behind this? Well, think about, you are independent freight dispatcher in my carrier, and we are on Zoom call right now. What you do, you're asking questions about my business. You're dissecting my business into pieces and finding those problems and saying, hey, Kamal, you have this problem, you have that problem. And to me, it's like, oh, wow, like she or he knows his business. He understands my business. Well, I want to work with this person. That's the psychology behind. Okay. So Eric, what's going on? So you have like two different, what is it, monitors? Please chat with me. So then what will happen? They will schedule. They will just go over. They read this. Okay. They're reading this. Okay. So the easy process. Okay. So what will happen? They will say, okay, click, fill out the questions, schedule a call. 1, 2, 3. Click a button to schedule questions. Now here, like on the second, when we ask this, like, hey, second, you need to fill out the questions. We're preparing them here. Hey, get ready on the next page. You will be, okay. Eric, what's going on? Let me add Eric. Okay, there you go. So then preparing them to fill out this application, which is very, very important. I will be going over this. Now, third is schedule a call. That's it. See, now they schedule a call. Now they land on, book a call. They will land on this. What we need. We tested a lot of things. We asked company name, X, Y, and Z. We had a lot of information. Then we realized that conversion rate decreases. Not many people giving away their information. Then the conversion rate decreased, and we said, okay, let's put this. Let's ask this question. Let's ask that question. And now we perfected it. This works. The company name, company phone, company email. So the market, see, this is very important. What we said, we working with flatbed. We don't work with drive-in. We don't work with, reefer, car haulers, but we need data, right? So then they might say like, hey, drive-in. But think about it. We also said boldly like, hey, we don't work with no box truck, no hot shots, no sprinter van. No. Right? So the box truck guy who owns a box truck business, he comes to this, okay, an application page. Oh, wow. Like these people, they don't work with box truck, and they will leave. So this is what I want. I don't want to waste my time. That's it. So then what's the market? They can put like multiple if they wanted to. So if they said, yes, step deck, we're moving, the number of trucks they have, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, whatever. They put this, and obviously the type of trailer they have. Okay. So these are the questions. Do you have active insurance? If not, we're not following up with them. We're not scheduling a call with them. If they did schedule a call, we're not showing up. We just send them email saying, well, you don't have active insurance. We're not going to work with you. Okay. So, or in the process of getting my policy, we may consider, because we do have this different segments where we send emails to these guys. Okay. So are you a broker, owner, operator, both? You'll be surprised that there are some brokers out there. They're looking for independent freight dispatching services because they have their the carrier side of their business. So you need more data. This is one of the reasons why we do this. And this very important, 99% of the time, people put the number up here. Very important. Some people put 0, some people put NA, some people put something like that. We don't need the call. Like, since we have these people, they already put all the information I need. These people, to me, they're more qualified than these. Like, I don't want to spend my time or waste my time. Just no, if you're not putting the revenue, you're not sharing the revenue. But on the call, I must ask the revenue. So how much you're generating currently? So we need to get it's here, like on the ultimate conversion carrier script or carrier conversion script. It's there. We need the dollar amount in order to move to the next segment or the next question. So very important. And once they submit this, what will happen? It's basically, it will give them the chance to schedule a call. Now, if we're not available right now, let's say for this week, the next week, they will be able to find out whatever you put the entry. So remember, you put the entry saying, hey, I will do sales calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And this is the time from 1 p.m. till 8 p.m., right? So let me see. I think there is a question. Eric says, where do we find these landing page you're showing? Okay, I'll show. Great question, Eric. I'll show you. So now, when they schedule a call, very important, they land on this page, which is thank you page. And it says your call confirmed. They receive an email, but here, they're not living, but you're saying, hey, I do have these social channels. This is how you grow whatever the channel you have. You might have two, you might have one, basically saying, hey, here's my social media channels. Okay, go and sign up. Some people use this to offer something different. For example, I have one of my students. She is a the bookkeeper, so CPA, excuse me, and she offers CPA. She has a video sales letter here. Instead of seeing this, she says, hey, thank you so much, and then next Y and Z, blah 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 blah. My name is this and this, so and so. I do have this independent freight dispatching business, but on top of it, I am a CPA, right? I'm an accountant. Well, she converts like crazy because carriers, we need CPAs. And she gets a lot when she gets the on the call, a lot of carriers just like saying, yes, I want to start, I want to work. Why? Because she has something to offer. For you, maybe you're good at social media management, anything like that. Or you can say, hey, I have Oz in this group. He has over 20 years of experience in factoring company. He might say, he'll be watching later. He's not here today. He might say something like, hey, I worked in the factoring, I work with this company and I can do X, Y, and Z for you, right? See, like an extra service to offer. So, any questions so far? Let's see if we have questions.
I got a question.
Eric, what's up?
Okay. So I'm just starting right now, and I'm not used to waking up early, except when I day trade in the morning, but then I just go back to sleep after the market opens. So you're in Atlanta, so I think you said you wake up around 7 a.m. to dispatch or set up loads. I'm just curious. I know this is not pertaining to this right here, but
It's okay.
what does your typical day look like as far as when do what time do you wake up to set up loads? What time of day do you set aside to do the marketing? Um, and then well, those two for now.
Okay. So the number one question is like, what would be are you like
Typical
asking
day.
day to day, like what do you do day to day, or what would be the perfect time starting out?
Yeah, like during the day, how do you schedule? Like, what is this? I'm just trying to understand exactly what will go, like, how's our day going to be broken apart? You know, um,
Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I asked this, Eric, is because it's already in the training. Like to me, it's like you you didn't watch that maybe the module. It's there.
I did watch it, but I just got what I got from it was you got to wake up at 7 a.m. You wake up at 7 a.m. But
Yeah. That's
I didn't like what times of the day do you do your marketing? You say you start at the day before. That's when you set up the loads, I assume, for the next day. And then I would assume you just do reach out, to this part, the marketing to look for the truckers all throughout the day.
well. Think about this. Well, I'll talk about the day. The time. Let's say I was dispatching, and when I say I was, because I'm not doing dispatching anymore, right? So I'm
Right.
solely focused on teaching. So I'll talk about what I did as far as what time, like I opened an office and then I'll just go to my setup, like how I, done that. But the marketing part is I set up this, it's an autopilot, right? So I just put content. So when let's say it's a Monday, I started, well, I usually, let's say I start my day, well, I would say after 5 a.m. Like I'm ready to rock and roll, right? But then come to office, let's say 6 a.m. and I do a little bit of a planning ahead of time, but then I have specific date, Saturdays and Sundays, just putting content, for example, let's say for the next week, for the carriers, for example, or writing my emails on the weekends. This is how I do. But some people will do different. But then getting carriers, this is once you set up the system, it works automatically. It's on autopilot. So you're not there like managing all this landing pages. They came in. It's just like smooth process. They watch the video, they click the link, they opted in, the sales page, then the application page, the system, right? The sales process, the customer journey. The only thing I receive, sometimes like throughout the day, there is like, let's say, hey, somebody scheduled a call with you on this day, for example, or this date. Then I started hiring people. Right after I realized that no, I'm not going to do this by myself. Like, I can't do that. Like marketing and dispatching and running a business and 25 owner operators, it's not easy to dispatch. But then I had about like 4 people working for me, just dispatching. 2 in the office dispatching in Atlanta office. And then 2 is like, it's independent freight dispatchers working for us. So then I started hiring people running my social media because I can't and then I started going into Fiverr, like Upwork, to getting like people to design or anything that I need to send or deliver the value to my carriers. Like I can't do myself, but to me, it's like using other services to put together and then help. That's what I did.
Okay, so as far as loading the truckers, so I'm just trying to, because I'm gonna have to reset my sleeping schedule, of course, which I'm not used to being up all morning.
Okay.
So I guess the morning's gonna need me most of the morning, or like to load up the truckers and stuff. Is that when they all start around 7? I'm in Central Time too.
Yeah. So you're not loading them at 7 a.m., but then you are early because of the competition, right? So think about you can come to office, let's say, or start your day at 8 p.m. Oh, I mean 8 a.m. And then there is a guy right next to you. He starts at 6 a.m. and starts searching for loads. As you know, like brokers post their loads like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. like early. So they need
what time do they usually want to like pick up the loads?
Well, usually what I know is like what I see most of the time when I come to office, let's say, I saw a lot of people posting about 5:30 ish or something like that. Most of them.
And that's your time.
The Eastern time. Eastern time.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then obviously I start looking for. So Bianca raised hand. Okay, Bianca, I'll take Eric's question and then I will take your question. So then obviously you start looking for load. So once you have those loads, you start calling your carrier saying, hey, like a driver, let's say, hey, Jason, I have this load coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. You must pick up today at 1 p.m. or something like that. And then it goes to Houston, Texas and delivers in this time or tomorrow, after tomorrow, whatever. That's it. And you send the information to a driver and that's it. That's how it goes. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about more. Like we'll be talking about the rate confirmation view. Like I know you're new and you have a lot of questions, but one of the reasons why I started this way, showing the how to get carriers, because what I realized is that I used to no, I'm not teaching how to get carriers until you get here. But then a lot of people just lose their motivation because man, I don't know how to get carriers. To me, it's like, let me knock down this objection first because see, getting carriers is easy. See, I have everything for you.
I think that's going to be easy for me. Just the most challenging part is going to be waking up that early and staying and being on point,
Oh,
So,
yeah, I understand that. Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Great question, Eric. So, Bianca, let me take your question. Oz, welcome.
Hi. So, with me just starting out, I'm not just fully comfortable just to get out there at this moment. So, with the marketing and
Bianca, first thing, do you like this? The training, are we going fast? Are we going in depth? You liking it?
Yes,
Awesome.
most definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
great.
I especially like the classes.
Great.
But
awesome.
see, that's why I realized that I'm not fully ready after going through a lot of the courses. So
Oh.
as far as building up, like how you're speaking, like what the carriers do, I just like with me starting off, just maybe like add something a day. I don't know, like how would I start the marketing if I'm not fully ready? Because I don't want a carrier or owner operator, you know, seeking advice and information, and
Yeah.
I'm just not ready. You understand? So
Yes.
do I wait to market when I've completed and I feel more confident and in my business? Because I don't want to go out there looking crazy. I've been doing this for like 2 months, studying nonstop.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm ready, you know.
So you see, you have the information, but you don't have the implementation. That's what you're missing. So to me, it's like, I think you learn as you go. I think that's the best option. It's not like consume, consume, consume. It's like information overload, and then you just give up. Like, man, that's too much, right? But when you start doing a little bit here, a little bit there, putting things together, and it feels like you're moving. But I highly recommend not going after carriers if you don't know how to use a load board. If you're not familiar with it, like UI, meaning the user interface, like click here, click there, like, okay, this is what it is. This is the origin. If I click this, well, this is the try haul. So if you will learn those, like I will be teaching in depth, but if you don't know, please don't go and do marketing. But put content out there if you can. But have your marketing strategy. For example, say, Kamal, I want to pick, let's say, TikTok. Since I don't want to show my face, but I'm okay with showing my face, no problem. I want, you know, my potential carriers to know me or something like that. But it's all up to you because I don't know. So I'm like, pick one faceless video or do like video with your face, right? So just showing people that, hey, here I am. So once you have that, you just like post your question saying, Kamal, I want to do YouTube videos. Please tell me, like, what should I do? And then I will just help you creating a strategy, like saying, okay, so this is what you need to do. And this is like tools that I'm using. I'll give you an example. So here you go. So this is the Office clip, and it costs about like $19 per month. This is where I take long form video, and then I will just put a link up here and then click generate. It generates about, man, how many? Gosh, I think, let's see. I think like 13 videos, like short form videos. Think about this one is 10-minute video. And this tool is just picks up and automatically gives you the title, gives you the captions, gives you everything you need. Bianca, are you here?
Yes, no, I'm listening.
Okay, cool. So
I'm right here.
Yeah, then what you do is just like, you post all across the board, like TikTok or Instagram Reels, and the YouTube Shorts. And this is how you just put these like little, what I say, little salesmen, right? And it's go there and then gets the carrier for you, right? So then I think for you, it's just like, let me go up here. So I think for you is first thing is get a social media channel that you're familiar with. Which one?
TikTok.
Awesome. I like, if she says YouTube, I will say TikTok. Use TikTok. So if the TikTok, let me ask you this. It's like faceless, or do you think like I can record myself, no problem?
Yeah, I could put myself out there, no problem. I don't have a problem using my words at all.
Great. That's it.
Yeah.
So you start talking about, let's say, load board. Talk about, let me say this. If you're thinking like, Kamal, I'm fairly new, like, I don't know anything about dispatching. What do you recommend? Like, think about, I had one of my students. Well, I had many students that like they're fairly new to this game, but this one tactic, it changed a lot. Well, it changed the perspective how the student look at what should I do if I'm new. Go to DAT, read any blog about anything but related to trucking. Think about market conditions. Think about currently flatbed is going this and this and this. What you can do, you just record your screen. You can do that. You just like take the phone. You are on the DAT, website. You're not even paying anything to anybody. you just take the phone and just like recording saying, hey guys, just the flatbed owners out there, or whatever the customer segment you have, the ideal client, you're just talking on camera and saying, hey, this is what we have. Just basically reading out loud what's on the screen. Isn't that crazy? And people will start liking those videos.
Yeah, because I watched them myself when I'm
There
on
you
TikTok.
go. It's on the, think about it, it's on the internet right now. So I'll just go there on like a DAT.com. I'll go to resources and I'll or blog post and I'll pick the latest blog post and I'll start reading it and then just give a little bit of a like taste to it. Like tell them what you think, for example, and start posting those videos.
Okay.
See, like now you have a plan. See that? Now you're thinking like in your mind right now, well, I think I will start this right after this call. I'll start recording the screen and start posting these videos. 1 minute, 30 seconds, or something like that. When you have a load board subscription, then start, let's say you can talk to me, you can ask any help you want, and you say, Kamal, like I want to build lanes and I want to show like best paying lanes specifically for, let's say, drive-in owners. Like, what do you recommend? And I'll say, okay, do this and do that and record videos. Or what I can say, record a long-form video, 10, 15-minute video, and then use this Opus clip, go here, post that link up here, and then it will just give you 15, 20. Sometimes it gives you like 30 videos. Now you have a lot of content like upfront for 2 months, for 3 months.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See that? So that's the marketing side of it. And I don't want to go like really crazy on this, like, oh, I know. No. It's just like put content out there and start posting. But hear me out. Very important is just pick one, like a day and time. Very important. On Mondays, 12 p.m. In every single day, let's say for the next month, next 30 days, I will put the content, let's say from Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time or Pacific time. See that? You just schedule it, and this tool, Opus Clip, can help you like schedule as well. And it will post automatically. You're at work, you're traveling, anything, and then your marketing system works for you.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Cool stuff. Absolutely. So do you have another question? We're good? Cool. So let's see what time we have.
I got a question.
Okay, so Eric, you have a question.
Okay, so is this where we get the info for the landing page? Like,
so the tools,
stuff?
Right? So I built this, and what is it? This is the Go High Level. Have you heard about the Go High Level?
No.
Okay, so this is the tool that we use. So we started building a software. I had a software company called DispatchWise, but then we kept the branding and we leveraged Go High Level. You can look at it. Go High Level is just white label SaaS. So basically you put your information out there and basically saying, hey, like you have a software, but they built for you, right? It's called Go High Level. So for all the marketing, I use this. Saad, okay, let me add Saad. Okay, cool. So for all the marketing, I use this. So if you're using Go High Level, then I can easily give you this for free, right? So it's just, you can just, well, I will give you anything for free, meaning that any like templates, whatever I have in my business, I can give it to you. But then you need to have a tool so that you can store them, right? So think about like I built a app, but then you must have an iPhone. So, well, I have this crazy app that, makes you money, but then it's worthless if you don't have a smartphone. So that's the thing. So let me see. Let me close this, lower the hand. Cool. Let me see if we have, Eric, give me 1 second. Let me see. Umair using Go High Level. See? GHL.
So what is it like? What's the link for that?
So I'll send it to you. So I'll share inside the platform that we have, the school.
Okay.
Here.
And once we have that, we connect it to DispatchWise. Is that what you're saying?
No. So what you do when you have, let me give you this example. So let me come back. Think about, I built funnels for a lot of my students, right? So if you need those funnels for free, I'm just giving away, but then you must have a ClickFunnels account. When you create ClickFunnels account, then I can easily transfer over to you. I'll just give you the link. You just click on a link. It's automatically, it's just like on your account.
You say ClickFunnels account. That's the name of the site, ClickFunnels account?
Well, that's an example. But I do have ClickFunnels account, and I do have we have 3-step sales funnel that I built on ClickFunnels. Some students using that. So if you have a ClickFunnels account, I can easily transfer that. You can start with that. But this one is more complex, a little bit like you need to understand like ins and outs of this, the mechanics, how it works. But then with the ClickFunnels account, if you have an account, I will just give you the link. I'll share inside the dispatch trucks. You'll just click on it. It automatically will be transferred over to you. So that's the name of the game. So for this, I use Go High Level. It's built on Go High Level. Why it's Go High Level? Because it's all in one tool. So I have the payment links. I have the contacts, everything, every conversation that I have, it's up here. So this is my business, so to speak. I know it's a lot.
I'm looking at, I see the.
Yeah, so I know it's a lot, but we go step by step, right? So think about
I see the link on the top.
If I say, hey, Eric, let's say, if I say, go and have a GHL subscription. So if you go there, you get the subscription. I think it's $97 a month. Yeah, but then the advanced, I think the SaaS is $497, something like that per month. I don't want you to spend, money right now. No, we'll just go step by step. And as I said, the only reason why I showed you this is because, hey, we need to knock this objection. To just take this out that, hey, getting carriers is easy. Everything is waiting for you. We need to go step by step, creating the systems, starting your business, and we build as we go. So let me see. Saad says, can you please go high level again in, what is it? Just left accidentally. So this is the go high level, Saad. So Oz says, so go high level is CRM. Think about that way. Yeah, absolutely. So Umair says, I have a question. Umair, where are you at? Let me come up here and then unlock. I mean, the unmute, and we'll take it from there. Oops. There you go. Umair, what's your question? Ask to unmute. There you go. Umair, can you hear me? You're just muting yourself. Let me just, don't do anything. Let me ask to unmute. There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Yeah. What's your question?
Me? Awesome. All right. So I'm already using this system, Go High Level, already using it for last 2 months. And what the system, the way we were going about it, we were using the sales, cold calling method. I had, creating different campaigns for text messages, for emails, and tried to, made a system to get there. And we were getting some clients was not working. But, in the end, we were unable to, retain those clients. We were not able to, close that deal and then, move forward and work with them. So that's one of the reasons that, we are trying to, I got this course because, I wanted to know more about if I'm getting a client once I got him on board with me. So retain him, if you're using GHL, let's say, for keeping all the information, let's say documentation or anything like that, any tools that you're using that's making you efficient to do your work, just talking about the dispatch side, because when I see all these part, I see them as a different part. Let's say sales is another part, then dispatching is another, and then we have to manage one by one. So when we are, when we have a client on board, like what's the right tool, what's the right roadmap? Like, I'm keeping him, I'm retaining him, if I'm giving him quality service, quality time, making sure that everything is, I'm is up to date,
I see.
everybody
So
is happy, the broker, the carrier,
absolutely,
and then, what's
Umair. Here's the deal. So are you asking? Like, do you say? Well, what's the question? So the question is, how can I retain the customer? Is that what you said, Umair? Are you here?
okay.
Okay, you cool? So for some reason you're muting yourself. What? Let me ask you unmute. Don't mute yourself. So what I'm saying is, what I'm asking is like, do you want to know how do you keep them in the game, or do you have a specific question about like CRM? Like, what's this like? One question. Let's go one by one.
Mhm. Okay. So, my first question is, let's say, I'm getting them on board. Let's say you're saying like there's four things that we can use. Let's say Facebook,
Yeah.
TikTok, YouTube, or any other communication channel we use,
Yeah, we on a Zoom
right?
call, you close the
And after
deal.
using that, if we're yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
like after getting this training, I'm not done with the training yet. I know that I have a lot of things that I need to do before to get there.
Uh-huh.
But my question is, let's say I'm on to the next part now. I've got the training. I'm using this CRM. Go high level, and then I'm using the load board the right way. If
Right.
I'm doing that, if is there anything extra that I need to use? Any tools? Anything that that's gonna make me
Got it.
successful? Anything that
Got it. Got
I'll
it.
be missing?
So
Yeah, along that way.
I do have the suggestion here. So the recommendation here is to use Go High Level. Yes, you can do that. But Go High Level as your user, and it's more of a marketing side of it, right?
Mhm.
So this is a more marketing side of it. So you can also use as a CRM. You can use it, but then I don't recommend using just for a CRM, right? So I'll show you, like, I'll tell you what to do as far as that goes. But then when you said keeping them in the game, yes, I think that's the right question. It's a good question, actually, to keeping them in the game. But I want to say this. If you deliver what you promised, if the carrier is happy with you, you making him money, he has no problem paying to you. Like, he won't leave you, right? So to him, like, if I'm a carrier and I have 4 trucks in the flatbed market, and you just like delivering the minimum like 25K, meaning 25,000 per truck gross, that's the minimum. You can do that. I'm with you. Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere. But if you cannot keep the promises that you said, like, hey, you promised, you said, I'll be delivering this X, Y, and Z, but then I see that I'm like 2 months with you that you're not delivering. And do whatever you want, whatever the tools you have, nothing will help you. I'll just go away. So the number one thing is the promise. Keep your promise. It's just if you can deliver, just deliver. So in order to deliver, then you need the system, right? That you need to know the load board, ins and outs of a load board. So now we're talking about like marketing and tools to use, but at the same time, how to keep them. Like, this is why I confuse like which one. So now is use the load board and just like in and out, be pro at it. And then, like, as Bianca said, come out like, I'm not ready. But yeah, but you can start somewhere. But then, yeah, be a pro using the load board, because load board is the heart of this business. Know that, then obviously you will have. Let me show you. Let me just stop sharing real quick. Let me pull this and I'll show you. I think I do have. Okay, so let me pull the factoring company. Let me pull this. The OTR Capital. they work with our students. Let me pull this and I'll share my screen and I'll show it to you. So they're building it, but now this is to me, this is too much. So as you can see, I'm having the conversation with them, with the DAT. So these people, from DAT. Now, as you can see, they're showing the tool that they built for independent freight dispatchers, right? So now let me come up here. But then the OTR Capital built better version of this, the CRM. So I did a video on YouTube. I'll share inside the school. You can see, and actually we did a demo. So what you can do is, if you're just like, hey, Kamal, I need the CRM. Now remember, the load board first, then we're moving to a CRM, and then you can I'll give you the contact name, which is Nick Garcia, and then he will be able to set up for free. Set up an account and we're using for free. Why they're giving this tool that invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in the software, what they're giving for free. One is that they're getting quality leads from me, meaning I'm sending my students that I teach. As you can see, I deliver, I sometimes over deliver. They know that these students will be able to help their carriers. And then they will give you the access to their, the CRM. And then you will see that it's very easy to use. You plug it in your carriers, you will see all the documents, bill of ladings and everything. It will give you the analytics, everything you want. Post a comment inside inside the dispatch trucks, the membership community. Post a question, say, Kamal, share the link that you did with Nick Garcia. I will show you, and then there's a demo. You will see that demo. Like it's a live demo with Nick Garcia. And you will get the better idea what I'm talking about. Is that helpful, Umair? Okay, so let's see what we have here.
Yeah, definitely it is. I'm already using this Go High. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Umair, for some reason it's freezing, man. I can't hear you. Can you type?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. So let's do this. I think Eric has a question. We need to have experience before we work with OTR, right? Yes, like you go over the training. Now, let me see. Can I say this? Yeah. Actually, OTR Capital will help you get the carrier as well. Well, these people are the factoring companies and they have hundreds of thousands of carriers on their board. But the only thing is when you ask a carrier, they won't give you right away. They will email me. Well, obviously you will mention your name saying, hey, like I'm one of the students or member, from Kamal. I'm coming from Kamal. Then they will email me and I'll say, well, now I know Eric, but he's a fairly new student. Bianca, she's just starting out. Like, see that? Like, I can't say that, like, hey, you can give them a carrier and then they will serve your carriers. So it's, to me, when you have the experience, when you have like up and running, you know what I'm talking about. Like you need to like deliver, then we can contact, because the CRM is ready. It's just like waiting for you. It's up there. So hope that helps. Oz, you said you like to see a demo. We can do that. And what we can do, what I will do, I'll post the link that I did a live demo with Nick Garcia. He's basically doing the live demo. But what I can also do is bring him, do a Zoom meeting, let's say, but he's very busy, but then we'll schedule a call with him and then we'll do a coaching calls with him, and then he'll be doing like live demo for our students. If you guys like that, we can do that. So OTR has a decent partner referral program as well. Yes. By the way, Oz, remember we did last week, and then I mentioned this, that you can also, guys, make a residual income with a factoring company. Factoring company, meaning the OTR Capital, wants you to like dispatch, help these carriers move. So if they move, they make money. If they make money, you make money, and then OTR Capital makes money, right? And because of that, they are sharing a small percentage off of the each, let's say, invoice. The carrier invoices, and then the carrier gets money, and then you get the small percentage. It's a residual income. When I heard that people getting like tens of thousands of dollars per month, but just a residual income, like I went crazy, to be honest with you. Like, and there's another way to make money. It's not just dispatching and making money. So as we progress, I will be showing like more ways to offer to your carriers, at the same time like bringing different businesses connect to your business so that you can get like affiliate links and get some residual income that way as well. Cool? Awesome. Guys, great training so far. Don't you agree? Like, let's stop here and let's come back on next week, Wednesday. And I do have some amazing things to share with you. But then whatever the questions you guys have, please post on you can put like questions or as like a comment or something like that. Anything you want, just let me know and I'll take it from there. So no questions? See, nope. Okay, cool. Then I'll see you next week, Wednesday, and we'll take it from there. Thank you all.